Ladies and gentlemen, it's Healer. Today we got a cool video for you today. It is the Roblox YouTuber Graveyard. Before we get into this, please know the script writing for this was very shoddy. I did sporadic, bare bones, and intermittent research. The original concept of this was conjured in August of 2022. The final draft was in August of 2023. The recording and editing is taking place on the day that this is uploading, so what the fuck? Anyways, so you know, shit. Just know there might be some things that need to be updated. I'll save it for another part, okay? And also, I'm only covering YouTubers because, holy shit, there's just so much other notable formers, developers, and other Roblox celebrities who have come and gone, and I'd be here all day. In fact, the cutoff is like the dev era-ish because, you know, I'm not really familiar with modern classic and beyond YouTube. I was kind of like in the olden days, Boomer days, as the kids would call it. Anyways, quick shout out to Krimsxn. They gave a lot of overview and unique contemporary perspective on their own video about TF2bers. It was very anecdotal, very off the cuff, and lacks any analysis that was truly fair and unbiased. Not that that's a bad thing, mind you. It comes across as a guy telling you about their own golden times. You could tell it was their own outlook. I'm also going to be very anecdotal, off the cuff, and less researched. Despite this approach, I still gathered all the most basic info I could find. The script and jot notes have been sitting in my docs for a long time. Roblox, as it corporatizes and grows, I feel, has really widened the demographic for many users. There's lots of baby games, but there's also lots of games that cater towards more mature, older audiences. The same can't really be said about the big guy YouTubers that cover Roblox. Not to dog on any specific content creators, but I feel like the Roblox YouTube community is missing the soul it once had. All I see now at the top is just Let's Plays and gameplay channels. Back in the day, having 1,000 subscribers around 2013 Roblox was the equivalent of having 1 million subscribers. It was a telltale sign that you made it, that people respect you, that you're famous. The only exceptions during the Roblox YouTube are what I like to label the anomalies, because they were like 1 in a million that actually had 6-figure sub count before like the big YouTube boom for Roblox. Anyways, with that all out of the way, let's get into it. Roblox content ICU. And when I say this, they're not exactly dead Roblox YouTubers. They're not defunct or anything, but they're either shifting their content so they can't really replicate what they've done, or they're just inactive or not at their glory days. Ruben Sim is probably like one of my favorite YouTubers, period. Not even just Roblox YouTube, just general YouTube. I've been with him since Navy898 was still around, back when he was called Ben Simon. Ruben's biggest claim to fame was for his heavily edited gameplay videos that followed a type of narrative, trimmed fat, not carried by his charisma or comedic chops, but more so the environment and interactions with other players, alongside with heavy editing. Though I guess now he's most known for being a Roblox martyr. He used to be a normal YouTube account, but when he first started making Roblox videos, his gimmick was that he was a Roblox news channel, or imitated one, his flagship series at the time being Roblox Watch. It was mostly just forum drama, but the segments that started a domino effect of totalitarian Ruben Sim annihilation was when he was covering Lolorous. You see, back in the dev era, Roblox was truly starting to transition into a more streamlined, mainstream way of producing and exhibiting games. Lolorous was getting preferential treatment due to his popularity and growth with games such as the Darkness series, intense sword fighting, and The Mad Murderer. Ben Simon, or I guess Ruben Sim, investigated his account, trying to even out the playing field for the everyman and the devs. Ruben tried advocating for Lolorous's removal from the then recent DevX program due to infractions on his account regarding moderation. Anyways, he didn't succeed, but he got a small victory in getting a moderation action put onto Lawlerus's account. For victory, he gloated on the forums for getting Lawlerus's account moderated, and then got hit with an account deletion. It was a very shocking thing at the time, and he had to adapt. I watched him go from newscaster to restaurant troller to variety game shitposter to Phantom Forces Pro to his golden years of those well-produced gameplay videos. Fun fact, his most viewed video at one point was the Pepe video because of 4chan circulation. Nowadays, he's a vigilante whistleblower with astral moderation powers. He legally can't play this game anymore, but he still posts videos regarding Roblox nowadays in a more journalistic way. Guess things have come full circle. But it's not about forum drama or unban updates. It's about busting creeps and sex rings on Roblox. Not really a dead channel, nor inactive from the Roblox community. I just thought it'd be best to include him because he realistically can't go back to the olden and golden times of his channel. Barring the anomalies, Phirefox was the premier Roblox channel on YouTube. Making machinimas on Roblox was the go-to for plenty of YouTubers, and this guy is responsible for that. He changed up his style many times, whether it be an aesthetic choice of thumbnail, branding, and making edgier stuff in his machinimas, one of which he threw straight at roast scripts for no reason, and looking at it now, you know, it's well-deserved. Fuck roast scripts, you fucking creep. Anyways, he also made plenty of non-Roblox projects that have come and gone. I was always a fan of him, and he was a real, true Roblox YouTuber that I clung to and watched. He still uploads from time to time, but the luster, callow, and from what I can observe, the effort and drive seems to be all but gone. Also, most of his catalog have been privatized or deleted, so RIP. What stings most is that he's lost the time. I remember looking him up on the Roblox Wikia, and the only comment on there was someone advocating for a deletion because he wasn't relevant enough. My heart. Now, AlbertsStuff, the man, is far from being a dead Roblox YouTuber. Flamingo's doing numbers. I'm talking about AlbertsStuff, the idea, the buff, try-hard, chill yet somehow crazy guy who played Roblox shooters in a sick way. I just fucking burped. What the fuck? Anyways, he was an early example of Roblox being a more mature-oriented platform because he exclusively played shooters, including the occasional trolling he did on adopting and role-playing games. He essentially had to stop being AlbertsStuff because he was doing edgier, raunchier shtick in a time where YouTube was starting to roll out its demonetization and brand-friendly business model. Despite his juvenile nature, he didn't do the cliches of being a loud YouTuber or playing baby games, and that's why he presented so well for audiences who didn't want to be babied. The latter days of AlbertsStuff were admittedly not my cup of tea. It was a transitory period between the commonplace YouTuber ethos of Flamingo and energy of early AlbertsStuff. I'll always cherish him going crazy on Framed or creating Shaq-Kobe Dynasty duo and Apocalypse Rising with Jay. He's balling now, and I hear he's doing another Albert channel with less focus on child content. So maybe there's a revival in the works? Fingers crossed. Cool guys. These are just guys from old Roblox past that I really enjoyed back then and kind of do now, even if it's in a nostalgic way. Hawk6, or AceForPope, was a Roblox YouTuber who hung out with a lot of other Roblox YouTubers. Not much other than he rarely posted, but the videos he made were especially cool. His mall video is what first got me into Tyler the Creator, and I find that video and that fact hilarious. On his Twitter, it says he's a former Roblox YouTuber, and like many on this list, just disappeared without much of an explanation. I decided to single him out from a label you'll see on a future installment. This is because I personally found his videos to be distinctive enough to differentiate them from his other contemporaries. Gossack, or TomalaTube, I guess now Propane TreeViddy, was a Roblox YouTuber that made all sorts of Roblox videos. But under the pseudonym Gossack, he was mainly known for sketches. They were much more raunchier and flat out weird in comparison to his other stuff. If you saw my face stereotypes video I made earlier, he definitely was the Sigmund face stereotype to a T. Hell, he even wore it during his TomalaTube days. He'd act like a pompous asshole, but he was still relatively hilarious and spitting facts. I appreciated his channel while it was around because, like others I mentioned here, he had an edginess during the baby hour era of Roblox. XiaoXiaoMan was probably one of the first people on Roblox to badmouth it, and is in my mind the first old Roblox was better rhetoric spewers. My golden years were around 2011 to 2013, and that was his prime of shit-talking the community and many games that Roblox had to offer. He also complained about Roblox's mismanagement before Ruben Sim made it cool. That being said, his activity waned significantly around 2014 onwards, where getting one Roblox video a year was a blessing. His Roblox magnum opus was revisiting Reason to Die for an updated review, and it was a little bittersweet seeing him close his chapter with Roblox. He got terminated, he's in his 30s, and was long bitter about Roblox's direction for a while, so there's no chance he's coming back. Also, it's funny he finished off his most popular series by making the most negative review on a game where he initially gave his most positive. You should still check him out. His other content is pretty solid too. BoxCreater was a game reviewer who liked to lean on the negative side. He was quite similar to XiaoXiaoMan, but unlike ass-blasting nitpicks, he actually had valid critiques on restaurant groups in Roblox, which were actually quite booming during his heyday. He only had like 6 videos before he vanished, then came back to make one more video, then immediately vanished again. The highest quality channel at the time. SuperSy was always an attraction. His sketches were always brilliant, and it seemed like he was the best Roblox content we were ever going to get. The videos captured a wholesomeness that charmed me as a child back then and as a man-child now. I remember his sequel to A Minor Impact being one of the most hyped things about Roblox, and it never got released. It was like fucking Half-Life 3 or something. Nowadays, SuperSy is producing and filming amateur films, so good for him. I think if he ever made a comeback, he'd receive a much warm welcome by the broader Roblox audience. His creativity and production value still holds up to this day. Aquachick / the Roblox girl / Aquablox was another Roblox YouTuber whose main claim to fame at the time was that she was a girl. Or at least that's how others viewed it. Fucking Fave, piece of shit. Anyways, there weren't many Roblox YouTubers who were women, but she stuck out not because of the demographic minority, but because her content was pretty great, whether it be the start with those iconic roleplay or drama sketches at the start of her YouTube career, or the more funny comedic ones later on. She was always one of my faves. I remember binge watching the Booger collab at like 3 a.m. as a part of a night ritual to like pull all-nighters. Before she left, she made very heart-tugging and sentimental videos. What the fuck? Heart-tugging and sentimental videos about life before disappearing. You got that? She reappeared to modernize her drip, then left again. Like many other older Roblox YouTubers, a good portion of the catalog is privatized. Alright, that's it. That's part 1 for you. Sorry it's not a 30-minute video essay, but this is going to be a long friggin' series. It's got a big, long word count. Actually, it's not that bad, but just with how things are structured, okay? I'm tired of making 30-minute things on CapCut and having my PC explode. Check next week, okay? My voice is giving out. Can you hear it? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Goodbye. Peace. Alright, I get it. I breathe like a fucking maniac. I'm gonna look away from the mic so I don't, get something crazy going on. Don't smoke. Don't be nervous all the time. Don't get sick. And don't have allergies all the time. That's my advice to you, okay? That's funny. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I've collected myself. I collected myself. All right, let's get into it. Passed me by. Or not my go-to. These people are what I like to call the collaborators. Some of these include AverageBloxer, IceIsSpy, and Lightninggirl107. They were friends and, well, I said it already, collaborators of many Roblox YouTubers mentioned previously, such as Phirefox, Aquachick. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. Not much else I could say, as I don't think they uploaded much, nor were they really known for their own YouTube channel, just for appearing in the comments and videos of other channels. Ice disappeared off the face of the earth, AverageBloxer is inactive, and Lightninggirl is a gamer girl now. I don't know much about SharpTH or how to explain his content. He made shorts, they were high in production value at the time, and his older stuff was just classic Roblox videos. His schedule when I discovered him was very intermittent, and by that time he already had a foot out the door from Roblox videos. He, like many others before him, made a comeback video before disappearing once more, but he said he's trying to get back into the swing of things and adapt to Roblox. But that was 4 years ago, and he still has yet to post. I can't say his fucking name, I'm just gonna say Monkman, that's his user, okay? Monkman was probably one of the first raunchy Roblox rabble-rousers. He's best known for his animated shorts poking fun at the old Roblox culture at the time. On his non-animated videos, he played, or actually was, I'm not sure, I can't really tell. He played an asshole, like, toxic character who's just fucking screamed all the time. And, yeah. At best, it was funny, and at worst, it was fucking grating. Not much I can say other than he was an old head from the classic era and didn't like the direction Roblox was heading, so he quit. He did make generic gaming videos on a separate channel, but his only video he has up on his current one is just talking about weed tubers. Codester? Codester? I don't know how to fucking say his name. Anyways, CP? I'm not fucking saying that either. What the fuck? Okay, I'll call him Sergeant Bender. That's his Roblox user as well. Okay, Sergeant Bender was a rant channel akin to something like Amazing Atheist or PM Rants, if you remember those people. But he made videos exclusively about Roblox. Not much I could say other than he ripped nearly every decision Roblox made and often called out developers for copying places or using the bait and switch tactic for their games. He got his Roblox account compromised. He makes like weird mashups nowadays, and on his like update video, he's grown to appreciate the UGC era of Roblox. So you know, he's kind of warmed up to it. Maxxz. Holy fuck, he's a Sigma now. I'm surprised TheCoderBunny was on here because his videos and the views he got from them were insane at the time. So was his production value. This was unprecedented for Roblox animation when he stepped onto the scene. I guess he's focusing on his new game now? Not much else I could say about him, other than he was posting himself playing Roblox on Twitter up until 2021. A.A. Miller's was a super popular channel back in the day. Relatively speaking, she was probably the biggest Roblox channel, barring the anomalies. Her content was catered towards young girls, so as a growing little boy, I obviously wasn't picking up what A.A. Miller's was putting down. Their rise continued a bit after a lot of her contemporaries started fizzling out, as she hit 100K in the modern classic era. This was unheard of because Phirefox, the next biggest non-anomalous channel, got to the upper limits of a 5-figure sub count and kind of plateaued. At least to my memory. After this big milestone, she disappeared off the face of the earth and bled out about 10,000 subscribers. It's a really strange case because usually a lot of YouTubers lock in once they hit their first 100K. But A.A. Miller's decided to just fucking leave. It's so weird. gaslight. Now this is a tier of old YouTubers that just wipe their catalog. I don't know what to say, because like you look at the videos they post, they're not there anymore. They're all gone. They're all disappeared. They disappeared. Where did they go? Who are they? What the fuck? Hoote made high-quality machinimas, I think. Then he deleted them all and disappeared without a trace. He was commonly seen collaborating with AceHawk and Phirefox. Seenit made high-quality game reviews, I think. Then deleted them all and disappeared without a trace. Again, they were commonly seen collaborating with Roblox and SuperSy and them. Curiously, in the Alex Neutron drama, he was mentioned on Twitter a couple times. Evidently, Seenit is a lady now. Because if you look at their account URL, the old YouTube channel leads to a woman called Eve. ROBLOXLOLComedy made Roblox videos, I think. Then he deleted them all and disappeared without a trace. Do you see a theme? Do you see a theme here? I don't even remember what kind of videos he made. I just know he was a squeaker and a lot of people didn't like him. Monkman made a video about him, and piece of shit Fave has a video of his avatar slapping ROBLOXLOLComedy in the face. So, you know, that's the only legacy he's left behind. Pixel Flame made machinimas and animations, I think, then deleted them all and disappeared without a trace. He kind of came up during the dev era of Roblox. I don't know much about him other than he was a go-to animator guy for a bunch of collabs. I also remember his fan base was super annoying. Like, what the fuck? Chillax. Relax. I'm just saying what I saw at the time, okay? Okay? You were a kid, okay? It's okay. Put down the pitchforks, okay? Let's have a discussion, Pixel Flame fans. Let's have a discussion. I'm just pointing it out because that's what I saw. That's what I felt. I'm sorry. The great Zekrom, also known as Zeki, remember that? Did Roblox YouTube reviews, I think, and then deleted them all and disappeared without a trace. They all fucking did. What the fuck? He was reminiscent of the Nostalgia Critic or Angry Video Game Nerd, where there was some type of meta-narrative subplot embedded within the reviews he made, although his series was much more cut and dry at the start. I just remember him ending his Roblox career in a very bitter and vindictive way. He's a voice actor now, with a super deep voice.
Voice changer much?
He also succeeded around the time as Pixel Flame. They were kind of running buddies for the dev era. What the fuck? God damn it. That's all for this edition to the Roblox YouTuber Graveyard. Sorry there wasn't much to say. Anyways, I hope this audio was better. I hope this video was better. I worked on it more than just a fucking night, right? Anyways, see you in the next part. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you know how it is. Let's just get straight into it. Bad actors. Well, these are just people who I've seen come up in the scene at the time, who I don't really think highly of. Whether it be them as a person or their content, something about them just rubbed me the wrong way as a little healer. Something about them just didn't click with me. Jay Suma and Ronald Donator were content creators who were pretty unremarkable, except for the time they leaked several Skype calls of some kid named AwesomeStrader. You might not know it now, but back then, this incident was such a big deal at the time that Roblox went to full damage control, and I personally got a hefty ban for even asking about it on the forums. Content of the calls is undoubtedly funny. There was this weird lolcow adjacent obsession with a lot of people when it came to AwesomeStrader. I just ended up feeling bad for him, as he himself was just an individual before this, and Jay Suma had a decent following for Roblox at the time. I look back at these videos and seeing people just go crazy jeerful at this obviously dysfunctional family dispute, and it's just sad. It leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Jay Suma guy's only legacy as an individual was being made an example of in an iDubbbz video.
If you go watch the diamond play button video, you're gonna see a lot of bullshit comments like, I wish upon a fish that I got the diamond play button. I'll get the diamond play button, ... in my dreams. Why don't you just make a bronze play button? That's something that I could get, as long as you make it 100 subs. No, that's too low. Make it 10,000 subs for a bronze button.
I saw your face, I'll remember you.
And Ronald Donator has since made the most boring apology debunk explained video you could ever possibly have on the situation. Somebody else go watch it. I couldn't even get fucking through it. It was so fucking boring. What the fuck? Anyways, I'm probably just making this situation worse by, well, digging it up from the grave. No pun intended. Anyways, good riddance to these two guys, eh? I never liked Epic Rika. I only really watched him back in the day for his form simulators, and tough shit for me because he eventually grew to hate those and expunged them from his channel. But just during his tenure, he gave off this toxic, conceited, and snarky vibe and attitude full of cynicism and just like pompousness, and I just loathed it. He was a squeaker, and he saw himself above everybody else, like, I'm better than you. Like, shut up, shut the fuck up. And he lived rent-free in my head, that's for sure. Excuse me. I got a lot of pent-up aggression, okay? This topic's very traumatic for me. What the fuck are you talking about? Sorry. His 2014 to 15 era was a pain to watch, probably the most so out of his whole career, because he was a little child who tried to act as mature as the rest of his peers. He tried to seem like he was the big dog, the most mature and collected individual. And he's just a fucking squeaker. He's just a fucking terminally online squeaker. Fuck. All right, so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyways, his videos were just kind of watered down in quality compared to other Roblox YouTubers at the time. Strangely enough, he also burnt a lot of bridges with people in an open secret type of way. I tried looking for it now, but I sure as shit remember people like Thurgamus and Kaizo Mario 1234 just get thrown under the bus for like no reason. Where did the strays go? I must be fucking delusional. Anyways, his game reviewer style in the modern classic era wasn't really my cup of tea, but I enjoyed it much better than his fucking dev era tenure. His farewell video did amend some things because he did apologize for burning bridges and having a toxic personality. As a longtime Epic Rika hater, I will accept your apology. Like Pixel Flame, Tinfoil Bot's fan base he had cultivated was annoying. The only difference here is that the videos he made were annoying too. I avoided watching him like the plague and don't know much other than he stopped posting years ago. Again, just annoying videos that I avoided like the plague. Afro Orbs, it was just weird. It was just like, it was juvenile, and I like juvenile humor, but I don't know, something about it just it wasn't funny. It was annoying, it was stupid, it was dumb. I didn't like it. That Wrecking Ball parody was fucking shitty. Don't at me, bitch.
You piece of shit! Go to jail! Go to jail!
This category of YouTubers is for people who did shitty things. Shitty things. Shitty things. Shit things. Shitty. What the fuck? Anyways, yeah, just be careful watching this. Feel free to skip to timestamp here if you're uncomfortable. Anyways, let's just get into this spicy section, this fucking crazy section. Mr. Obvious was one of the biggest guys around at the time. He was known for his animations, but he posted other Roblox-related content too. Mr. Obvious got busted by Ruben Sim in the modern classic era and disappeared as a consequence. Not much I can really add that hasn't been said already, because, you know, it's one of the most notorious and talked about examples of influencers, especially Roblox ones, abusing their platform for shitty reasons. A lot of people who have collaborated or known him saw it as a red flag. In the scene, he was a lot older than a lot of people who came up around the same time as he did. And also he had a weird temperamental and confrontational attitude that he carried that a lot of people saw as red flags. But they decided to, you know, sweep it under the rug because they were his friend. They didn't know anything was bad, you know? And I don't blame them. Stick by your homies, whatnot. But it just sucks for them. It must suck for them having a good friend, despite being flawed, turn into a fucking asshole. Actual, like, unfucking forgivable piece of shit. This one stings. I love this guy. He was one of my favorite Roblox YouTubers. His sketches were funny as hell. They had an amateur flair, so a lot of people were trying to like look as professional as they could, like Phirefox or something, you know. He kind of had like this DIY kind of like, you know, it was editing, but it looked like editing anybody could do, but it kind of added to the charm of his content. Yeah, his sketches were funny, and hell, I was even in one of his videos. But some allegations were levied against him, and like the previously mentioned Mr. Obvious, faced no accountability and disappeared without defending himself. Yeah, I've been waiting to talk about this one for a while. You see the strays I've fucking thrown at this guy? I never watched his videos from 2011 and before. They were kind of just generic, like old Roblox shenanigans. I could get that fix from other places. I did enjoy his community hub type of style during like 2012 to 2014, like the noob stories and top 10 videos. But goddamn, were the machinimas awful. He should have gotten canceled for that. Raunchy for the sake of raunchy, edgy for the sake of edgy. Those videos were not funny, not good, and I feel bad for a lot of Roblox YouTubers for having Fave as one of their fucking videography appearances. Yeah, just slap some random equal funny humor, needless profanity, and vulgarity. What is this, a healer video? And some poorly aged jokes and slurs and whatever. And that was nearly all his videos at the time. Also, his modern stuff is just dime a dozen Roblox videos that weren't anything special. Anyways, his content sucks ass and he's a bad person.
Around that time frame of him being called out, me and a group of friends, we were in this private server. It was basically a Roblox YouTuber friend group server thing. And Fave was in there. And at the time of him being called out, we tried to reach out to him. I did as well. And you know what this fuck does? He fucking plays Grand Theft Auto 5. And I ping him saying, "You're playing GTA 5, come chat with us, chat wants you." We were inside a voice call at the time. And then Chase, "Ruby starts at 6 p.m. for now, he must play GTA 5. Eventually he did came out and chatted with us. And it was just basically him saying, "This is not real, this didn't occur." And it's like, well, I mean, there's like all this shit going on, dude. And you know, there's some of your voice clips too. You're trying to downplay those. And after that, he sort of just ignored us, and we kicked him out of the server.
Yeah, most of his newer videos have disabled comments, and he ran away with his tail tucked between his legs. Weird fits. As you could tell in my previous categories, I kind of put these Roblox YouTubers into my own perception of them. The first video were YouTubers I had a deep respect for. Second one was middling or muted opinion, neutral. And this video was just a quick video for spewing hatred for people I didn't like. I decided to end this specific part with just weird fits because I don't want to be too negative. I don't know where to put them in the categories I made for these videos. Everything is Macabre would have been another vintage Roblox guy to make a "Where am I?" update video and dip immediately after. But as of this script's writing, he made another video. Check him out. He's really good. Aaron X, I never really watched, but I knew him as a community hub kind of guy. I watched a couple episodes of his talk show podcast thing and found them to be nice, if a little boring at times. I thought I'd mention him. He's a Warframe YouTuber now and is doing pretty well for himself. AJ5X5, Air92, and Fleskh Jirda were all big guys in the classic era. I decided to round them all up into one entry because they were all gone or inactive by the time my Roblox heyday was a thing. They made good content that gives a lot of nostalgia, despite not being on Roblox around that time. Skeletal Reality was someone I recognized from the forums primarily, but he had a decent following on his YouTube channel. Most notably, the top 5 developers with tragic backstories. No offense, buddy, but that video kind of fucking sucks. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It just fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. I'm sorry. Anyway, he made a variety of content, stopped uploading, made an I'm back video, then stopped uploading once more. I never really watched enough of his stuff, and he came to prominence at a time where Roblox YouTube wasn't much of a thing I was watching anymore. Data Raven. I literally do not know anything about this guy. Cassidus, or The Real Warman 101, used to be like a Roblox version of Justin Y, that guy with the mustache, or Misaka Mikoto. Remember her? Remember when she was in the comments? No, you're 12. She was like before your time. What I mean by that is he commented on like every Roblox video. He used an annoying, weird ducky voice, and I thought it was nails on a chalkboard. But I didn't outright hate him or anything. When I checked out his channel recently, he became Cassidus, won a Blox, and became more famous than most of his contemporaries at the time. His channel is inactive now. Yeah, all my heroes are gone, and most of what I see is just stuff tailored for younger demographics, or just not my cup of tea. I want these guys' legacy to be remembered despite my standings on their content, except maybe the fellers mentioned on Go to Jail. I just hope they can make a comeback. It's not baby hour anymore, and a lot of these guys' niches and gimmicks I feel could work today if they got back into the swing of things. This is going to be the second final part, because the window between the final draft and my releasing of these videos have been quite noticeable. They've been quite noticeable because, well, a lot of people came back, a lot of information's changed, a lot of things that were available for viewing isn't there anymore. So I think I'll need to make a new video addressing some of these changes, some of these retractions, so just everything. This is an outdated script. I apologize for that. Check out next week. All right, bye-bye. Just a heads up, a lot of the things I go through are going to be weird or confusing without context, so please watch the rest of this series before you go into this video. The ROBLOX Graveyard series was a thing I conjured up pretty much as soon as I watched the TF2 equivalent from Krimsxn. When I mentioned its conceptualization, that was more so the outline of who I wanted to discuss and how I'd structure the video. The final draft was just a refining of these ideas and not implementations of new ones besides maybe a skim of a couple creators. Basically, the video is more than a year outdated. I'll mention some updates with creators, any retractions on things I've said, or just any other corrections I may have with this series. I'll be going from creator to creator. This one was hinted at in the video, but AceHawk called himself a former Roblox YouTuber on Twitter. As you can see on my screenshot in the video, however, the page changed into a more standard Twitter profile instead of an abandoned Roblox one. When I finished the script, XiaoXiaoMan was finished with Roblox content, but he's still milking his olden and golden tenure with retrospective content. Not only that, there's also a series called Peer Review or some shit. I have no idea how I found it, but the AverageBloxer guy is tinkering on Soundcloud and it's awesome. Check it out. I think it's pretty nice. In fact, it's in the video now, bitch. Maxxz was doing a weird Sigma rebrand on his channel, but the videos I saw about business and hustling were taken down. That, or I just imagined them because I'm cuckoo. Nowadays, he's rebooting the Bob and Max series with actual animation instead of still images or green screen shenanigans. A.A. Miller's teased about an idea of returning in 2024 on her Twitter. Maybe she'll come back? Who is to say? Totally forgot to mention it before, but Pixel Flame also went under a rebrand, much like his running buddy Zakrom. He made animations like for Roblox, but instead of just being only Roblox, he expanded in a more broader sense. It was a Newgrounds-influenced style akin to something like Oni NG. Unfortunately for you, though, he also got rid of all these videos as well. The Awesome Strader video I referenced was already quite old, and one of these guys, Ronald Donator, has come to deeply regret what they've done to him. JSuma is still nowhere to be found from my searching. Even though Ronald said he's inactive, he still plays and pops up in a lot of places, including my video. Yes, I was going to end this section with just this little stanza, but the guy actually responded to my section of him in this Graveyard series. Basically, he corrected me about the tidbit of him and JSuma leaking the Awesome Strader clips, and he mentioned the ways he went about mending the situation with Awesome Strader himself. In fact, I found a message exchange between me and Awesome Strader. I have no idea what the context was, but I was apologizing for being flippant? Maybe my ban wasn't so unjust. Anyways, I just felt bad for all the negative press he had gotten, and I think I felt the need to mention him. And that's what I can gather from these messages. Tinfoil Bod had whispers of them coming back, but nothing has surfaced on the YouTube channel. According to Green Lego Cats, he's back to developing. Maybe soon we'll have to endure more Tinfoil Bod on YouTube, which is scary to think about. Please just stick to games. Afro Orbs expunged their entire catalog.
Get the fuck out of here, bitch!
This one is probably the most important thing I have to address. RoScript's misconduct case is less open and shut than the other creeps I talked about in the go to jail section of the last installment. Mr. Obvious was exposed pretty handily by Ruben Sim, faced no accountability, and I'd wager he would be convicted if there were any legal proceedings. Unfortunately, any hopes of legal action were kind of ruined due to Roblox's negligence on the situation. Point is, there was little to no counter from the accusee. Just roll with it. It's a made-up word. Just roll with it. And his only response was to hide and run. Fave did the same thing, just ran away after a lack of a refutation on his end. RoScripts actually went the mile to actually refute things, but the conclusion is muddier. Now, when I talk about this, keep in mind, I shouldn't be the person who should be disclosing this information to you. I'm a washed-up Robloxian who tells stories, whether true or false, onto my videos. They're anecdotal and they're hearsay. They're either personal things that have happened to me and I'm leaning off my own memory, or I'm basing it off of shit I heard at the time. Awesome Strader's audio being leaked by Ronald Donator and JSuma was the narrative being pushed when I heard about this incident. And I ran with it. I believed it. According to Ronald Donator, this rumor is bullshit. So when you watch this, please keep in mind that I might be full of shit and I might not even know about it. This goes for anything I say in general, any of my videos. Just take it with a grain of salt, alright? Don't trust me. I lie. Not like this matters even because, frankly, these allegations are kind of old, and RoScripts kind of fell off around this time. He said he did some streams, but they're gone, and most people know him just as fucking the Roblox guy who disappeared many years ago. Anyways, all that aside, the reason the conclusion is so muddy is because there's lots of inconsistencies with the accusers. One of the accounts apparently lied for the shits and giggles, and the other one is just a testimony without any real evidence. RoScripts doesn't really disprove anything from my skimming, keyword skimming, of his now deleted twit longer, so it basically boils down to a he said, she said. I could very well be missing some evidence, or context, or clues. I did all this research on an all-nighter, and I didn't check thoroughly as I probably should have. I'm just presenting this situation so an actually attentive and research-friendly person can come along and find a conclusion for the rest of you guys to believe. For now, I'll say Roscripts isn't as clear of a creep as the other two, but I'd be weary. Moving on, Everything's Macabre became inactive again. Oops. Skeletal Reality deleted their update / Where I've Been video and is working on games. They're also cosplaying on Twitter, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Before we close off, we have some new entries to the ROBLOX Graveyard. I'll go through them very quickly because they honestly weren't my faves to begin with. Johan S. Kruger was a Roblox gameplay and animation channel. He definitely would have fell within the Gaslight tier of creators because I remember way more gameplay vids being made by him, but only a dozen or so are available to view now. He was doing fine activity-wise, but now he's inactive. Jay Goose is a creator known for story-based sketches. I didn't include him because he was active at the time. And also, his YouTuber nomenclature was difficult to pin down. That's basically a fancy word for the naming of shit, okay? His spelling for his channels were weird, and he kept moving from channel to channel. And also, his second channel is nearly as popular and as active, for a time, as his main one. So it was difficult to discern which one was the main one. Anyways, he hasn't uploaded in a year, and it's kind of sad to see because he was one of the most endurant Roblox YouTubers I ever saw. Crypteyes is an animator. I knew him as the guy who made the Murder Bloxy entry. He was one of the least subscribed Roblox YouTubers before that was published. Nowadays, he's one of the most subscribed Roblox animators. It's very strange to see subscriber glow-ups like that, at least in my eyes. Anyways, he hasn't posted in years, and I have no idea where he is or how he's been. And that's the ROBLOX Graveyard series. Had I been quicker to the punch, this video would have been a lot more up to date. I apologize for showcasing an outdated script. My philosophy was I wanted this out for a long time. This was a passion project that I wanted to make for a long time. I was thinking, fuck it. You know, let's just produce it. I can have a contingency part. This part is our contingency of corrections and what have you. In fact, this concept of fallen off Roblox YouTubers kind of preceded Krimsxn a bit. I wanted to make a Where Are They Now style video on Roblox for the longest time. But I'll still give thanks and props and attribute this inspiration to Krimsxn because that's really the video that kicked off the process of this production. With all that being said, I thank you for watching these installments. I'll be going back to one-off videos again after this. No more Paradigm Shift, no more Roblox Graveyard, just healer shenanigans. Speaking of, I've been Healer, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.